everybody, thank you for stopping by my channel and welcome to my home. If you are new, welcome. I'm happy to have you here. Tonight's video is going to be an after dark clean with me of my kitchen. It was a huge mess. I will give you a walkthrough in just a minute, and it took a little while for me to get it done, but it felt so good when I had finished it up. So let's go ahead and dive right on in. Here's a walkthrough of what we are working with. I have got Play-Doh out, there's laundry that needs put up, boxes, you're going to see appliances out, and dishes, and bottles that need put up. It was a huge mess. I mean, it was kind of overwhelming looking at it. I mean, that stovetop was god-awful. Look at that thing. And then I even had clothing, lip gloss, and just random things that found their way onto my kitchen counters. In this corner, we will talk about later. I didn't even make my bed this day. Now, I have to say, a day that goes by when I don't get my bed made means that things kind of ran wild. I usually do this first thing in the morning. It makes me feel more productive. So before I could even tackle the kitchen, I just needed to get this done. I needed to get it off my mind. I also knew that I was going to need to fold some laundry later, so I was going to do that on my bed, and I wanted it to be a nice clean surface to do that on. So this was task number 1.
Dropping everything, 'cause you're stuck on my mind. So just sit.
And now it was time to head into the kitchen and get started. I wanted to start at the dining room table because it was going to be the easiest thing to get done first. And I think it is Amanda from This Crazy Life. She calls it a domino chore. And while ultimately I would say making my bed was my real domino chore, as far as the kitchen goes, getting this tabletop cleaned off was the one for me. It was easier to tackle, and it made me feel motivated and ready to get into the other side of my kitchen where the countertops were crazy.
So just sit with me, talking through the night and through the morning, building chemistry. I don't think I ever wanna go come closer next to me.
Okay, so wiping down my tabletop, I'm just going to be using the Mrs. Meyer's Peppermint Multi-Surface Spray. I've been meaning to get a wood cleaner for this kitchen table. I just haven't gotten around to doing it yet. I still haven't tried the method Wood for Good. I've heard really amazing things about it, but I just keep forgetting to get it every time I'm at the grocery store. So next time I go, hopefully I will remember, and you guys can see me clean with that next time.
Keep on thinking back on it, when we escaped with our first real paycheck. Wasn't much, but we needed less, yeah, than we do now.
Okay, I have to talk to you about my coffee bar. This is one of the most satisfying things for me to clean in my whole kitchen. It gets so messy and I don't know how, but coffee grounds and sugar gets all over the top of this thing. And it drives me nuts because it doesn't stay clean for a single day. So every time I wipe this down, it just makes me happy. Anybody else feel that way about something that they clean in their kitchen? If there's something that stands out to you that you just feel so satisfied getting done, comment below. I'm interested to know.
They got her down and we ended up sleeping at the worst motel somewhere. We had rashes for days, do you remember that? In spite of everything that we lacked, nothing compares to the freedom we had. I would do it again if you say the word.
Believe it or not, these countertops have looked way worse in the past, possibly the recent past. But tonight was easy. We had pizza for dinner, so there wasn't a ton of cooking spills, just things that happen like that all over my counter. It was just appliances and things that needed to be put in their right place. And also that gigantic Ninja. It's Ninja's version of the Instant Pot. It was a Christmas present that I got this year, and I still hadn't found a good place for it. Luckily, my husband just built me a pantry in our laundry room, and that is where it is going to live when I am not using it. And now I'm just going to go ahead and get a couple more bottles washed and get some dishes put away into the dishwasher.
I was lost without any direction. Had a line so many times, but I needed attention. No matter what I say, no matter my regrets, things still been said and done. There's not a part of me that wants to say no, but I have realized I had to let go. Cause something's broken and I'm the reason.
Okay, it's time to talk about it. This cooktop is probably one of the oldest cooktops still in use to this day, if you ask me. I mean, look at it. It's very old. I would love to replace it, but right now it's just not at the top of our list of things that we're getting done. My whole kitchen, outside of the dining area, I want to redo. But it is such a huge undertaking that we just haven't gotten around to it yet. So hopefully in the near future, when that starts, I will take you along with me. But in the meantime, I'm at least going to get this cooktop sanitized and shined up as best I can. I start with getting the 409 on it, and I'm going to scrub that in and get all the little pieces of grime kind of soaking for a little bit. This was not, like I said, tonight's mess. We had pizza. It was from the night before. I have been so exhausted the night before, I just did not get to it. So tonight was the night to get it done. So after I let it sanitize for a little while, I wipe that off with a paper towel, and then I'm going to get my favorite cleaner to use on this thing. It just polishes it up a little bit, and the smell is amazing, and it's the Mrs. Meyer Baking Soda Cream Cleanser. It is really, really nice to use on cooktops, and I will probably continue to use it on whatever cleaner I get as well, because it just does such a good job. And I mean, look at that. That's just a satisfying thing to do right there. Once I get it all polished up, I'm going to let that sit for a little while, and then I just take a rag with really hot water on it and I wipe it all down. Earlier, you had seen me take the knobs for this cooktop and stick them in a cup with some dish soap. I just think that it's a good little degreaser and gets them cleaned off, and then I'm going to stick them right back on. So it's still not the most beautiful cooktop in all the world, but it is clean now, and if I'm being honest, I'm thankful that it works. It gets the job done, and that's okay. And now I'm just going to go ahead and wipe down my countertops. I'm going to sanitize them today and kind of do a deeper clean with the 409 in the lemon scent. I just really love this cleaner, and it's something that I grew up using. It was what my mom used, and I just kind of keep on with the tradition. Whenever I'm doing like a quicker clean, I will use something like a little Clorox wipe, but when I'm doing a little bit more of a deeper clean, I like to get out my 409. Okay, I'm going to come clean about something, and I do not miss the irony in that sentence with this being a cleaning video, but before I lived on my own, I took for granted how good it feels to have a clean sink. And now that I have been living on my own for several years, and now that I own my first house, I love making sure that at the end of the day, my sink is clean. It doesn't get to happen every night. I wish that it did. Sometimes it just doesn't. But on nights like tonight, where everything gets wiped down and shined up, it just feels so good. And it makes the next morning just feel better. I mean, it just starts off your day with a literal clean slate. It's wonderful.
You're like a ghost in my mind. I can't escape you. I need to believe it was right letting you go. 'Cause you are like a ghost in my mind. I wanna escape you, but I do not believe it was right letting you go. I can't stand the thought of losing you. Tell me, do you think of me too? 'Cause every song just reminds me of you, and it kills me. No, it was a mistake letting you go. 'Cause every song just reminds me of you, and it breaks my heart. You're still here, though we're apart. I'm seeing your face in my dreams. I can't escape you. Like a movie on repeat, the scenes just go on. I'm hearing your voice in my dreams. I wanna escape you. I really think I made a big mistake. I want you to know I can't stand the thought of losing you. Tell me, do you think of me too? 'Cause every song just reminds me of you, and it kills me.
And then it was time to get this little breakfast bar cleaned up. This is kind of our little catch-all area in the kitchen where mail, papers, keys, all kinds of stuff gets left behind.
You're still here, though we're apart. Don't tell me it's over now. Don't tell me it's over now. Don't tell me it's over now. me it's over. 'Cause every song just reminds me of you and it kills me. No,
and now moving on to this little corner in my kitchen, I have my daughter's easel and art supplies here. It's something that I try and get her to do when I'm trying to cook or something in the kitchen and she doesn't want to be far away from me, which is always. But it had gotten out of hand. This thing was so disorganized and stuff was just everywhere, and it was time for me to get it back under control. So I'm going to organize all of these markers and crayons and pencils into the categories that they should be in, because some of them are dry erase markers, some are magic markers, some are like those color wow, I think they're called, markers. So I saved some of these formula cans that I had gotten, and they were just the perfect size to fit into this little basket here and get everything separated the way it should be. And I'm going to be straight with you guys. Since I did this, my daughter's been doing a really good job of keeping it organized. She just goes in and grabs the container that she wants, and no, she doesn't always put it back, but it still has kept things a lot more organized than they were. And it was cheap. It just goes to show that you do not always need to spend money to get organized. These were cans of formula that I received in the mail, so it was free. You know, sometimes you just do the best with what you have, and I think it turned out really good.
It's just the two of us, just the two of us. But I know I have to try to let her go. Because she won't be mine. I listen when she talks.
And just a quick tip, if any of you have dry erase marker all over places it shouldn't be, I found that these Clorox wipes wipe it up really good on most occasions. So this was the last thing that I was able to get done this night. I really wanted to get the floors vacuumed and steam mopped when my kids were asleep, and it was going to be a little bit too noisy. So I ended up doing it the next morning, but I was still happy with how this turned out. I want to thank you for coming over to my house and spending some time cleaning with me today. Thank you for stopping by my channel. If you are new, welcome. I'm so happy that you made it this far. If you enjoyed what you saw today, please go ahead and consider subscribing, leave a thumbs up or a comment below. I hope that you have a great day today, and until next time, I will see you later.
Who got lost inside the blue of those eyes? I've got a